Saturday morning flight sim.
It's not morning, you drongo. It's evening.
Good morning, good evening, good day, good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. I'll be your host this evening, or this morning, or wherever you are. I don't even know what time of day it is. I am Willie Canuck. How you doing? It has been a crazy week for Flight Simulator already, and we're not even through FS Expo. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm sure everybody was watching some of the live feeds last night, AvGeek. I didn't see Gavin, actually, Jamie. A big shout out to everybody else in the chat today. I see Nighthawk is on the tarmac. Dark Fury's joining us today. Great to see him flying with us as for a long time, hasn't it? It's been a long time. Sorry, I got my coffee here. My branded coffee. You can't start a good flight without a Tim Hortons cup from Scotland. Anyway, and big hello to Flight Designs. J-Hog, how are you doing? Hope everything is well for you. Jimmy, if I didn't already, and Nighthawk will be flying with us in the beautiful Airbus 330. That's the headwinds livery, which unfortunately can't fly at the moment. I'm still waiting for Pushback Tool to fix their stuff, and I really like Pushback Tool, and it works with everything else, so unfortunately I have to make a decision, and that's the decision I've made. But we might do the headwinds at some point. Anyway, right, okay, that's plenty of coffee. There's so much news today, it's just nuts. So we've got a 2-hour block flight. We're flying to Malmo today. So Malmo is it's an airport that's actually not very far away from Copenhagen in Denmark. It's pretty much just over the water. It is not the major airport of Sweden, but it does see a bit of traffic. I think it's about 1 million passengers a year, something like. I can't remember what it was. But it's it's a place we haven't seen. We've got some lovely scenery, courtesy of Orcs, to show you off today. Of course, this is the old version of Edinburgh scenery that I'm using today. We are looking to hopefully get a new version, because this airport has changed a bit, if I don't say so myself. And it'd be interesting to see some of the changes, and I can tell you exactly where it's changed. So if you go down to, let's see... I think for starters, it's just the it doesn't have the tram terminal in there at the moment. So oh no, the tram terminal is there, but okay, sorry. So but there's some significant changes to part of the building anyway. But I mean it's more or less the same. I don't know if there was a change to the taxiway or some point. V2 becoming soon, yeah. So we are looking forward to that. And of course, Edinburgh Airport is a lovely airport to fly from. I really, really love having it as my local airport. It's got the most beautiful air traffic control tower. I think I am, Dan. I think I am. So if I just move this to night for you for a sec. You're throwing me off my game, Dan. Ask me later. But yeah, you see that air traffic control tower just lights up purple, and it is like that in real life. It's stunning, absolutely stunning, and you drive pretty close to it when you're coming into the airport as well. And of course we have a lovely view. If you can see off in the distance, there's the 3 bridges that span the 4 further there. I'll put it back to daytime. And we might get a good look at those on the way out, because we're doing the Grace 3C departure today from Edinburgh, so I believe that kind of loops us around. We should get a good view of the bridge, hopefully, the bridges. But today we are going to be flying in the trusty old fly-by-wire 320, currently sporting the old positive rate livery. The new livery is coming. And Dark, actually, I hope you could put a new pickup for us somewhere that I can show the team, because it's a take on that text, but it honest to God, the new livery looks amazing. We can't wait to get it to you guys. We're gonna start getting connection errors, are we? Sorry, I don't know if it's my internet or if it's just Microsoft servers just being completely spotty these days, but it really does annoy the heck out of me. These constant disconnects. I hope it's something that they're working on, or something that they can make a bit more tolerable anyway. And we're fully loaded today, guys. I mean, literally every seat apart from one is full. I got 173 passengers, flying with 7 ton of fuel. Check screenshots in Discord. All right, yeah, let's go look at this. Jamie says I would fly the Innobuild 320 if it wasn't for the screens freezing, sticking, and yeah. I've seen a few content creators review it. A few pilots have reviewed it. I think, unfortunately, there's just a few issues with it, and flight dynamics seems to be one of the things that they're calling out, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's a bit of an avoid for me. Flight design says I'm flying the new livery. Oh, of course, that is Dark, isn't it? I put in the screenshots. Okay. Well, at least someone's got it. Let's see if we can find these here. New livery in the first flight. Okay, hang on. I'll pull this up. It is. Look at this, guys. I mean, it's really, really cool. Very, very pretty. So eager to see these on all of our airplanes. Oh, I'm coming in as a Smart Avia for some reason. Oh no, because you don't have that livery anymore, of course. Where's my cap today? It's hot. I'm just gonna say it. It's hot. I don't have a green screen. There's no fancy background. It's just pure Willy today, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a bit warm up here at the moment, and I'm trying to do everything I can to stay cool. Didn't have time to finish the fly-by-wire. Oh, no worries, Dark. I mean, we've got these liveries are going to be coming to all of our most of our pre-existing fleet. I won't say all, but most of our pre-existing fleet. Certainly the airliner category, anyway. And yeah, really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like on the PMDG as well, which will be cool. But I believe Phoenix is going to be the first one to come out. Is that right, Dark? So if you got the Phoenix, do grab it. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, the route today, just quickly bring this up for you guys so we can go through it. And like I said, once we get up to cruise, tons of news today. Absolutely ridiculous amounts of news. So here we go. The route. So as I mentioned, hopefully that's... Oh, looking at the wrong screen. There we go. So yes, it's the Grace 3C departure. That's runway 24 taking us out, and then once we hit the end of their runway line, we're going to be doing a sharp turn. We should get a really good view of the bridges actually as we turn to intercept Tango Whiskey Lima Alpha 32, taking us up through to Grace and then on to Asnud. Initial altitude, for whatever reason, of 25,000 feet. I don't know if this is something to do with the winds, likely. Until we get to 6, and then we have a step climb to 39,000. So now that's something I haven't really done very often in the fly-by-wire, and I don't think the actual step functionality works. So we'll see what happens when we try to to work again. Try to make that work anyway. So I'm just trying to get as much coffee down me as possible. So yes, my passengers are fully loaded. I have full fuel. If you guys want to start powering up your airplanes, please do so. I'm going to get some seatbelts going here. Oh, let me get sim noises and all that kind of stuff up. And yeah, and a huge shout out I just want to say a huge shout out particularly to Shervin from Bluebird Simulations. My God, what a presentation! What a presentation! I've never seen. Sorry, stop talking, Molly. Get your things sorted out first. Okay, seatbelts. We are going to start the APU. Wait for the flap to open there. You got the 787 a few weeks ago, Jamie. 787 from where? Flap is open, it can start up. And we'll arm the bleed just so it kicks in when it's ready to go. Okay, anything else I need to worry about? No, I don't think so. I can put on the transponder, so I'll do that. Not that that means much on the North Europe server, which you can join us and fly with us if you want to. Oh, just the Asobo one. I see. I see. I mean, there are some good mods out there for that airplane, I think. I know there's a few issues. But, of course, you know, on the 787, one of the big things, you know, I don't want to blow all the news, but Bluebirds has announced that. And that really came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone quite expected that. So, Nighthawk is out. Dark Fury looks like he's disappeared. Oh, no, he's there. Sorry, he's already there. And we've got some other people around. Geez, I just feel really scatterbrained today. I don't know what the heck's wrong with me. Okay, APU is running, so we're going to disconnect the external power, I should say. Airplane is running under its own power now. Beacon is lit, and we will plan the pushback. Again, we are taxiing to runway 24. Not much to really describe in terms of the taxi route, because it's Edinburgh is pretty straightforward. There's one taxiway, and you take it one direction or you take it the other. We're going to plan our pushback here. Out there, I think we'll do. And we'll connect that tug up. Bluebird 787, yeah, I know. And that's, I mean, they haven't even got the 757 out. People are getting excited about the new product. I do have a concern about that, but I'll bring that up later. Yeah, the 8 and 9 months, that's what the ones I was thinking of, Jamie, yeah. 2-4 for departures, 06 for arrivals is my favorite. Is it? Oh, I like the 2-4 arrival. I love the 2-4 arrival, because you come in over the 4th. 06 approach can be windy, yeah, it definitely can. There's a lot of kind of...
all doors and hatches closed and the ground equipment is removed.
Oh, right, cool, yeah, that's where the bridge was taken away from me automatically. That's cool.
Lifting the aircraft.
Okay, here we go. Which I think I could probably just close that. Oh no, because I have to tell them that we want to start the pushback, don't I? Please start. Jayhawk would know it's his favorite place now, is it?
Okay, please push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brake is off.
Commencing pushback. Please start the engines in sequence.
Thank you very much, sir. Final checks. Beacon is on. Everything's lit. APU bleed is firing through. Engine to start. Engine 1. Triple seven looks amazing. Yes, it looks absolutely amazing. And hello, is it Slink? I love the name. Yeah, it does. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, obviously that was probably all the videos that come out, and there's a full flight from A330 driver, and I think Gavin's done one as well. Oh, there goes Ghetto Superstar. I love that one. Good takeoff. Yeah, I mean, 777, what can you say? It just looks so polished. And there's a lot of new stuff coming in with it too, and I love how you can move the EFB around. So you can actually you can have the EFB like sitting there in a hand, so which is perfect because when you're doing your takeoff calculations, you can just jump back and forth. So I'm really looking forward to that. On our trip clock here, and I can see Dark is pushing back in front of me.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
And we should see that caution come off as soon as the truck departs.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect and has been removed. See you at the side. Have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. Oh, no, that's still on. I don't know what's happening there. No steering disconnect warning is still lit. Interesting. So we might not have any steering. Oh no, it's disappeared. That's fine. It has gone. Good, good. All good. Right, so Dark, if you'd be so kind, I am ready to taxi. Lead the way to runway 24, please, sir. Just do a quick check on the pedals there. Everything's good. That's all good. We can set flaps 1 while we're waiting. Just waiting for Dark to roll here and we'll get going. Oh, I can see his taxi lights coming on, so he must be ready to go. Could have gotten it, Willie, if certain someone didn't jinx the washing machine time. Yeah, tell me about it. I just got delivered this morning as well, right before the stream. It's been a mad panic this morning. Dark says, everyone expecting the 777 on the 25th, but when PMD said it could expect 25th, but may extend to 30th. Well, yeah. I think we'll see what happens. I think Dark's starting to roll. Yeah, looks good. Okay, here we go. A little bit of thrust. Oh, silly Willy, come on. Let's talk about starting the second engine. Oh, wait, do I have an engine start there? Yeah, I do. Okay, engine 2. Let's get both of our engines going first, eh? Too much talking, not enough airplaning. Oh, thunk. Well, here's someone throttling up. I think that must be Nighthawk, isn't it? Something missing here. Must be taking a long time to spool. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, fuel might help. Fuel's a wondrous thing, isn't it? Oh, what a day. Not even off the ground. I've already got about 5 mistakes on the books. What am I like? That should make a big difference in thrust power. What do you think? Passengers be sitting in the back going, what the heck is going on? Oh, here we go. Okay, let's roll. Oh man, this is part of my issue too. Is I usually get a practice flight on the type before I do a stream, and I didn't do that this week. I flew the 737 instead. So when you're jumping back from one type to the next, and you're like, it's like your cockpit flow completely goes out the window because it's different, right? It's completely different. I mean, you're doing a lot of the same things, but you're doing it in a different way. Okay, rolling out Foxtrot 1. Getting used to this drive-by-wire steering as well. Oh, the joys. Right, final checks. We have flaps 1 are set. Max. Braking is set. Predictive wind shear can go on. Cabin here. You usually get it like a takeoff checklist, don't you? Oh, there it is. It's working now. Spoilers arm. Yes, we can do that. And if you hang on a sec, Dark, I'll just get outside the aircraft and we'll just hold position here. Let's get a view of Dark taking off. Off you go, sir. Like a flex rollout. Oh, that was a late rollout for that, actually. And we all jump 1 position forward. So I'll go on deck while Nighthawk, excuse me, lines up for runway 24. And from this vantage point, we should get a nice look at Nighthawk's rotation. Actually, we should be lining up. Yeah, we'll do that first. Watch this rotation, then we'll set up the plane. Get that coffee down your neck. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. And off he goes. Right, we are getting ready to go, so let's just finish off our cabin checklist. We need... Oop, no, go away. Cabin takeoff config check. Everything is in the green. Dare say we're ready to go. So we'll get the landing lights on. Nose to takeoff, runway turn off. Our strobes can come on now. And our APU doesn't need to be on anymore, does it? So we'll turn that off. Let's go. See dark starting to follow that Grace 3C departure. Nothing coming from the north that I can see. Ghetto Superstars on the runway for some reason.
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
Absolutely. Alright. 50%. Flex SRS. Slight crosswind. Rotate. Gear up. That's a good shot, eh? And we can arm the autopilot. Should start a timer there as well. Oh, I think I did something wrong. I can't remember what it was. Leave your climb. Oh, leave your climb. There we go. See if the VNAV recovers from that. Should do. Airspeed's climbing slowly. Up we go, indeed. Flap 0. Oh, turn on the transponder. Actually, I think it's TCAS. There we go. Good catch. This is why it's good to have a co-pilot, eh? Landing light can come off. Runway turn off. Everyone just sit tight for a moment. Here's where we're going to get a really good view of the bridges, hopefully. There they are. Initial climb 6,000 feet until we get to Grace, and then we'll unlock. And we're going to get a bit of clouds, the looks of it. Probably won't get the best view of the bridges from there. See what happens. Right. Anything else we need to worry about? I think everything's good. We can disarm the spoilers. Seatbelt's still on. think we're okay there. We are now level at 6,000. Quite happy for the cabin crew to start moving about and getting prepared. Cockpit door is unlocked. I always leave the door unlocked. Anyone can come in, Jamie. Anyone can come visit me. I don't believe in this post 9/11 nonsense. Stay under pressure. And the LNAV in the plane is following that path beautifully. As we head towards Grace. I think once we get to Grace, that's when everything opens up. That'll be the end of our restrictions. And then we can carry on to our initial climb of 25,000. Like I said, I don't know if it's to do with winds, but that's what Simbrief have said. Till we get to It Sucks. Now that I see that, that's really funny. Still in the departure. Standard departure, I should say. It's a funny old departure, this one. Getting some lovely views of the Kingdom of Fife. If you've ever been, Fife is a county in Scotland. Formerly known more famously for Leuchars Airfield, which is unfortunately now an army base. They decommissioned it as an airfield about 10 years ago. However, there is rumors that they may recommission it. Watch the space. Things have changed. Come see how the plane flies. That's it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, we are approaching Grace, so I'm going to dial in our initial altitude, assigned altitude 25,000 feet. Again, we've got a fully loaded airplane. This is the first time actually that Simbrief has assigned me so many passengers, which is pretty cool. I know you can override it, but I like the fact that it's random because it always switches up your V speeds. Okay, ever closer to Grace. Just about there. 6 miles. Not even. As soon as we start that turn, we'll instruct the airplane to climb to 25,000 feet. Should see Nighthawk and Dark climbing nicely there. Oh, Nighthawk's actually above Dark now. That is Grace, so we've hit that now. And we will instruct for managed climb to 25,000, please. You can see the engine starting to spool. And up we go. One thing I have noticed when I've been doing these crossings over the North Sea is it seems to be very overcast quite regularly now. I heard there's been quite a bit of rain in Germany for this Euro 2024 as well. Like I said, we got tons of news today. We're going to wait till we get up to cruising altitude and I'll take you through that. In the meantime, just get a nice look out the window as we climb up to our assigned altitude. beautiful countryside of Scotland. Right, that's my coffee done. Right. While that is happening, I am going to get the news ready. Okay. About to pass Athens. Oh, you're flying past Athens, are you? Right. We are at 17,000 feet. We can take down those landing lights, of course. Should have been off a while ago. And the seatbelts can come off. Everything else is looking ship-shape, nothing out of position. Might turn the panel lights up a bit though. Just in case it gets a little bit dark or a little bit bright. That's a bit better. And I can see Nighthawk and Dark well ahead of me there, up around 27,000. We are just about past 20 on our final turn at Asnud as we climb to our initial 25,000. And then on the way up to 39,000 once we get to Isnooks. As mentioned though, there is a there is step altitudes, but I think it said what was that? I think when I tried this, it said it wasn't implemented. It sucks, yeah. It sucks. S U X. Not allowed. Okay, probably because I'm using it incorrectly. That might be why. I wonder if I'll just let us put. Well, no, I'm putting in 250. What are you talking about, Willie? I think I'll probably get the same error though. Oh no, it worked. Okay, no, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a step altitude plumbed in now for 39,000 feet, kicking in at It Sucks, and it even gives us the distance, which is 215 miles at 11:11 Zulu. It is currently 10:41, so just about half an hour. Perfect. Okay, so that is working. That's good. I'm happy. I like it when things work. Did I remember to turn on Simbrief? I think it loads automatically. Does Simbrief have something to do with that? Does it? I thought Simbrief was more to do with like, so you could have plug-in FMC, can install an FMC and all that kind of thing. You want to do a BA long haul tonight. Not sure where to fly that has good freeware. Ooh. Good question. That is a very good question. I'm not sure. Alright, so we are level at 25,000. We've got, I think it said just about half an hour, so I think we've got enough time to do the news. No time like the present, eh? So, here we go. Let's do the news, guys. All right, in no particular order, we've got tons to talk about here. Starting with Parallel 42 is releasing a new utility called A320 Immersion. Now, I haven't actually seen much on this yet. But it basically adds a whole bunch of effects to your flight to make it look more real. I love that. Look at that. That is cool. So you get smoke and vapor, especially, I guess, in cold temperatures. Ooh, hot brakes. That's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, that's looking pretty swell, actually. Well, and it looks like your vapor trails are a lot more kind of realistic, a lot more authentic. Not that pilots see contrails, because the contrails are behind them. Wastewater train, that's kind of neat. And it looks like it has a nice little interface as well that integrates directly into Flight Simulator. So that is looking fantastic. So keep an eye out for that. Parallel 42, I believe a lot of their products are available on Orbix as well. So if you're interested in that, do visit our good friends at Orbix. Check them out. They've got tons of utilities, and there's another utility supplier that's going to be mentioned on here today as well. MK Studios, they are not stopping. They've got a Keflavik V2 that they're previewing with the Bluebird Simulation 757, which is very exciting. So that's a really good partnership. Now, you might ask, what does Keflavik have to do with the 757? I actually know the answer to this. There are an extraordinary number of 757s that fly into Iceland. And Iceland there, if you take as an example, one of their cottage branches of income is wet leasing. Does anybody know what wet leasing is? I'll let you answer in the chat. Give you a moment to think about it. Tell me if you know what wet leasing is. Anyway, they are... they're coming out with a V2, which is looking absolutely fantastic, and I hope it does fix it, because there are some issues with the V1. But look at that beautiful livery there as well. Iceland, their liveries are absolutely stunning. I really do like it. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited with the partnership. I think it makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of heritage for the 757. in Iceland. And if you didn't know what wet leasing is when an airline actually rents its crew and its airplane out to another airline. And one example I can give you, Night Hockey just chimed in. That's it, right? Night Hockey, you hit it, bang on the money, well done. One of the airlines that they used to do this with, or there was two actually, but one was called Globespan. This was a Scottish-based airline, or a northern-based airline, that used to fly transcontinental between points in Scotland and England to Canada and the United States. And most of their planes were wet lease 757s from Icelandair. And I believe prior to that, they also wet leased to a company called Canada 3000, which was primarily doing all routes between Toronto and points in the UK. So it was very, very cool. But that's why I say, there's so many 757s, because Icelandair had a lot of them. They didn't always need all of them, but when they didn't, they used to keep the crew going and the planes going, which I think is fantastic. They would rent out to another airline, and they were always fantastic to fly with. The crews were amazing. It was just a grand old thing. Next, we've got a ad for Google. Next we've got Flight Sim, yet another FlightSim.com. I think the guy was even a bit embarrassed, but he did a huge presentation. Unfortunately, we don't have video for that because it's not been released to YouTube. But I did see it on the live feed, and he came all the way from Singapore, and he made the point of saying, "I'm from Singapore, not China." Dark, don't say a word. They're probably a bit pricey for some, but the force feedback. What I thought was really exciting is they've got a force feedback coming out for the Boeing 737. I don't think I've even heard of that. So that is really, really exciting. And I think the price they were kind of floating seemed to be, I don't think they said the price for that. I know the Cessna one was about $1,000 US. And they're also coming out with a force feedback side stick. Now, I don't know, is there actually feedback in the side stick for Airbuses in real life? I'm not sure. Maybe there is. I couldn't tell you. And they also have a dual motor one too. So anyway, the point that they were trying to get across, it's very high spec stuff. It's very high quality made. And force feedback pedals as well. 250 Newton peak force. Now, you might not know how much that is, but that's pretty strong. It's exceptionally strong, actually, and it can really push back on you. You can feel kind of the airplane. Used to be a huge thing years ago, which is really strange. Force feedback used to be a very popular thing, and then it just completely disappeared off the face of the map, and now it seems to be coming back in force. Aerosoft making the news again for all the wrong reasons. They have a new update for their Airbus 330, which seems to have been in development for ages. We know that they've lost some key staff as well. They're now saying that it's no longer going to be a direct port from the prepared 3D. Now, I didn't actually realize that that's what they were doing, and I don't know if that was a winning strategy anyway. But they're going to take full advantage of the new platform. It looks like they've completely redone the 3D model as well, and they're still now working primarily on the autopilot and avionics. It's a massive reset for this long announced project. I do hope it comes out, because at the moment, the market's wide open. We don't really have a high fidelity Airbus 330 available for Flight Simulator. Jamie says, sorry, just catch up with the chat here. Dan says Lada is wet lease. Certainly Lada. Who's Lada? I've never heard of them, actually. Titan gave their A321s and crew to Jet 2 during busy months. There you go. Jamie says, I've got a force feedback wheel. It would be crazy if that was in a yoke. Yeah, and they used to exist years ago, like I said. I think Microsoft actually made a force feedback stick at one point. The old Logitech G29 wheel, yeah. Oh, Ryanair, right. Never heard them called Lada before. That's interesting. Right, just gonna turn that music down just a touch. Moza, tons of new hardware, guys, coming into the market for Flight Simulator, but they've got stuff too. Now they look like they're focusing more on the kind of combat side. But yeah, it's looking pretty slick, I must admit. Those pedals look lovely though, don't they? Those look really cool. I'm really intrigued about those pedals. Actually, they look pretty good. So yeah, Moses, that's exciting. Bluebird. Now this is probably what stole the whole presentation last night. Bluebird dropped a major bombshell on us, and again, unfortunately, we don't have video at the moment. But there wasn't really much to see. Oh no, there's a video there, is there? Yeah, so there you go. A team dedicated to excellence. Now, here you go. So it looks like they've basically got as far as the external model, which is interesting because they're still working on the 757, and they're working on the 767, and now they're working on 787 apparently, which is great. And I do wish all the best to Shervin and his team. I just hope they haven't taken too much on, but they seem pretty confident that they can manage all of these projects at the same time. And I suppose, if you're going to spend all this time to build up a team and capability, you might as well work on a new project as well. Having said that, I do want to know what is happening with the 757. I'm really excited. Don't get me wrong. I think we need a high-fidelity 787. We just don't have anything like that. I have no interest in the one that comes with the deluxe version, unfortunately. No insult to anybody that does like it, but I'd rather wait for a studio to come up with a proper simulation of the 787 rather than rely on a mod. PMDG, of course, massive news. We saw the trailer come earlier this week with the PMDG 777 is just looking phenomenal. Massive upgrades to all sorts of things as well, including the EFB, and it just looks amazing. There's tons of videos. The one I would probably recommend if you're interested is check out the one from A330 driver. My good friend Emmanuel, he did a really good flight, and it was more of a preview type of flight rather than really talking through it, but he has said he's committed to doing a full walkthrough of how to use the airplane at some point. And of course, Emmanuel, as far as I know, has been heavily involved as one of the primary beta testers for PMDG as well. So do check out his channel, check out his preview of the 777. Even the walking around the cabin, it's really, really cool. It can't get better than this. I mean, we're really in the heyday of flight simulation, guys. Just absolutely amazing. Aviotech now. Better check the time now. We're still not near a step climb yet. Aviotech is coming out with some freeware. There you go, Jamie. Some freeware for Frankfurt International. Don't often see announcements for freeware, but if we can get a quick look, it's looking really nice. I mean, I'm sure some people might say there's better scenery out there, but if it ain't going to cost you anything, looking pretty good. So I keep an eye out for that. I don't know if he mentions where they're going to release it. Through Free from Orbix Direct. There you go. So again, keep an eye on our good friends at Orbix and Aviotech Simulations. Free Frankfurt International Airport, which is fantastic. Clarification. Oh, right. Yeah, so they did this for X-Plane 12, and they're just bringing it to Flight Simulator for free. Awesome. Flying Art. Now, this was really cool. I saw a video from EasyJet SimPilot, our good friend Gavin. Cabby, it's called. AI announcement, which is really neat, and it's all sorts of features. I couldn't possibly do it justice. You'd be better checking out EasyJet SimPilot's channel on Cabby. And Gavin does a really good job of walking you right through it all. It takes over. I mean, it looks at what your route is. I think there's a few inputs you punch into it, and after that, it's just off to the races. And the crew more or less talk and act like any normal crew would. What's really neat about it, though, is that you can record your own voice. And you don't actually record like the announcement. You just say anything. You just say, I just went shopping and it's a sunny day and I can't wait to see you and blah blah blah, and anything you want. And the AI will take a sample of your voice and generate a virtual captain or a virtual crew manager or something like that who talks in your voice and says all these cool announcements. It's really, really cool. Here we go. So Flying Art website is where you can get it. It's $30 US, or you can pay £12 a month for the Pro version, which includes Marketplace voices. I think that that's really up to you. It looks very similar to that Beyond ATC kind of setup. But honestly, I mean, if you want the Marketplace voices and custom premium voices, fair enough. But for what it's doing, I think $30 up front for a one-off is a great deal, and the interface looks really slick. So yeah, would check out EasyJet SimPilot's video for that. And then just to throw their hat in the ring, SoFly has a cabin announcement package coming now. See if we can get the audio here. Just a moment. Don't know why I don't have any audio from that. Strange. Sorry guys, I should have audio on here, but it's not. Oh, I've got.
Phones are not approved for use in flight. However, you may use certain other electronic devices when advised by your crew. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. 2 at the front, 2 at the rear, and 4 in the middle. Take a moment to locate the exit nearest you.
I must admit, that sounds a bit more woody than the cabby one. Unfortunately, I don't have a video on the cabby one, but go check out EasyJet SimPilot. But hey, yeah, it looks like, there's a lot of options. Tons of options. I don't know if they said this is AI-based, but it seems very similar, doesn't it? Next thing is Tobii has a new camera boost function coming out. Now, what's the... I didn't actually read this article, so I'm just checking. Right, so it creates an additional boost to your head tracking rotation when you rotate your head where you're looking at the screen. It makes for a more intuitive and natural feeling. Fair enough. So anybody's familiar with Tobii, it's a little camera. It sits in front. It scans your eyes, and literally that's all it needs to be able to move things around. And it looks like they're improving upon that to make it more immersive for people who use it for driving simulators or flight simulations. So that's very cool. Tobii, of course, initially came about not for gaming, but to design interfaces for people who can't talk or move. So I actually happen to know a person, are good friends with a person who's completely mobile in a wheelchair, cannot speak, and he's completely dependent on Tobii to be able to communicate to other people and type emails and things like that. So yeah, it's amazing technology. How much was that Moses stick? Now you're asking. This one. Don't know if I saw prices. I didn't see prices on that one, unfortunately, Jamie. Got nothing to lose if it's free, absolutely, Dan. Regarding the Frankfurt scenery. Yeah, it did sound a lot more robotic. I thought that. Navigraph's in the news as well. New traffic sector overlays. They continue to improve upon their well-developed and well-accepted Navigraph software. Of course, we use this all the time for... Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure we're not ahead of our... Yeah, there's it. So see, you've got our climb there, so... I think, I'll be wrong here, but if I set that to 390, it might climb by itself, but if not, we'll see. Anyway, where was I? So they've now got a new traffic sector overlay, which yet again enhances their product even more. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. You can pay a monthly cost, which is what I do, which works out to about €8 a month. Absolutely essential if you do any kind of airliner flights in Flight Simulator, because it gives you proper routes, proper route direction. Of course, it pairs completely with Simbrief, which is now owned by Navigraph, and a lot of airplanes, including the including the GTN 750 from PMS, will integrate with Simbrief directly and pull your flights down when you put them in. So it's we're well most of us at Positive Radar are completely familiar with it. And it's just getting better and better. Next thing, WinWing. Now this is really interesting. $129 is not bad at all for an affordable 737 or A320 CDU or FMC, depending on what you want to call it. Typically, I've seen these things priced anywhere between 300 to 700 US. So for now to see one coming out for 130 bucks US, I think is absolutely fantastic. Fantastic price. What we don't know yet is what the build quality is like, but I'm sure that we shall see some reviews coming out very soon. And that's one to watch, definitely, if you are a home cockpit builder, because there's a big workshop at the FS Expo I saw on how to build home cockpits, and I bet WinWing will be all over that. They'll be selling lots of them this weekend. Sea Intentions .ai, they've got a cabin crew. What is everybody's obsessed with all these cabin crew add-ons as well now? So they've got one coming out, and I guess that's AI driven as well. It'll be something similar to Cabby. We got a little carried away, it says. Yeah, fair enough. Now Sea Intentions.ia will be available for a subscription of $20 a month, which is quite hefty. 20 bucks a month, guys. 20 bucks a month. Wow. Good luck to them. That's all I can say. And finally, we got some updates from Bluebird about their upcoming 757-767. Some lovely new shots to look at as well. Looking very, very slick. They seem to be making a lot of progress, although they were really primarily showing off the FMS. And there will be an option as well to have the aircraft in 2K or 4K or hybrid textures, which is a fantastic thing for all of us that have lower grade machines, because that's really going to save on performance if you don't have the grunt. And they're talking about how accurate their modeling is, which is great, but I think it's almost getting to a point of obsession. They have announced, though, quite interestingly, that the 767, the initial one, will be the 300 ER, which is awesome. Very, very well-known variant and well-used around the world, with both the General Electric and Pratt & Whitney engine options, which is pretty cool. Saw a short clip of Blue Games using it, but couldn't find a price on the website. Yeah, fair enough. It was way more expensive. In fairness to them, it was way more expensive. 30 bucks a month. Yeah, well, 30 bucks a month is expensive, and then 20 bucks a month is expensive. I'm not saying that it's a bad product, but for me personally, I could not possibly justify paying that. I need more than whatever they're offering to give me that kind of value. Evening Aviators, Bubba has dropped in. Hello, you doing, Bubba? Great to see you, mate. Just started descending into Heraclion? Somewhere in Greece. Heraclion? Anyway, yeah, so back to Bluebird. So the looks like good progress on the 767, and it looks like they're kind of developing these in parallel now. I didn't see any mention of a release date for the 75 as yet, but sounds like they're getting closer and closer, so it's looking good. And that is it. That's our action-packed, fully massive news. A huge thank you to Dan for putting this all together. There's a lot of effort goes into finding all these great articles for us to talk about, and just a really exciting expo. Can't wait to see what's announced today. It's still sleepy time in Las Vegas, but they should be getting up shortly and quite soon if you are subscribing to the feeds. Or you can check out British Avgeek, who seems to be getting a live feed somehow. I don't know how he's doing that, actually. But you can check out British Avgeek, who's doing a live feed, and you can watch things as they're happening in the conference. But yeah, fantastic so far, and all these announcements. Can't wait to see what's announced today on Saturday. And for anybody that's at the expo, including all content creators that I know and love, I hope you're having a fantastic time, and we can't wait to see what you guys discover while you're there. And that's it for the news, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. So that was actually really good timing. We are we're about just under 40 miles off from It Sucks, which is, you'll see the little step or the climb indent there. So we are going to go up to 39,000 feet, which will help us pick up the speed again. I suspect that yeah, Darkin Nighthawk looks like they've gone up much higher, so they're flying much quicker than me. You guys are going to be in Malmo long before I will, unfortunately. Maybe do a bit of circling. That's all I can suggest. You just passed somebody, did you? All right. Must have been Dark. Was it Dark? Oh, were you ahead or behind Dark? I think you were ahead of him, weren't you? Yeah, so we're just waiting for that It Sucks to come in. I do want to see what the behavior is. Destination, below minimum. Oh dear. Alright, so now is me putting extra fuel on as well. Well, that must be old because that's in the green, so don't know what's happened there. This may have something to do with why we've been assigned 25,000 all the way up to this point. So I'm going to take down the range a bit just so I can keep a tight monitor on that. I mean, we could potentially just step now, it doesn't matter, but for the sake of argument, I just want to see if the plane does it on its own. But it's key to put in your step altitude, because if you are climbing, if you just try to dial up to something different, the plane doesn't understand. It's not that it won't work, but the plane doesn't understand that you've basically told to go to a new cruising altitude. So that by putting in the step climb information, that's pretty much what we said is, look, after this waypoint, our new cruising altitude is going to be 39,000 feet. And apart from that, there's nothing to see outside really but water and clouds. Oh, I did actually pick up that it was the frame generation tool. I'm not using it today. It causes some behaviors, but which I'm not really comfortable with when I'm streaming. But I did try it out, and it does seem to work really well. And you can get it on Steam. I think it's called frame generation something. Can't remember, but it's a clever little bit of kit. And from what I could tell, my computer had no trouble running it. But yeah, it really made things look glossy smooth in Flight Simulator, so it's something to check out. Gavin did Gavin did a video. I think that's how I became aware of it. EasyJet SimPilot did a preview of it, and it looked really, really neat, so I picked it up. It wasn't expensive. I think it worked out about £5, 60 pence, maybe roughly about $7 US or something like that. And yeah, it does exactly what it says in the tin. Amazing, pretty cool. Okay. Seatbelt signs are still off. Lossless scaling. Thank you, Dan. That's what it was. That's what it was. Dark says he's back. You had to go shopping. You can't go shopping when you're flying an airplane. How's that possible? The supermarket must be in the back of the cabin, is it? Never gain. It was packed. I gave up. Oh, it was packed. Okay, at the supermarket, you mean? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I've got to go out and get something. Our supermarkets right now are super busy because we have all sorts of local festivals going on this time of year. And there's quite a big one in the town near us, which is a bit frustrating. So yeah, I've got to go get fuel as well today, so that's gonna be good fun. Okay, slowing down the range even more. We are 5 miles from It Sucks. I wonder who named that. Is that still in Scottish airspace? What did you think of that waypoint? It sucks. There's always, I'm sure that's what it was meant to mean as well. Okay, so I'm just going to watch the behavior of the airplane to see if it climbs on its own, or, as I suspect, we probably need to instruct it to go to 39,000. I just want to see what happens. But as of now, the plane assumes... Step deleted. Okay, right. So, up we go. And what we do want to check is if... New cruise altitude, there we go. Sorry, it's staring me right in the face and I can't even see it. New cruise altitude, 39,000 feet. Perfect. So that is the airplane confirming it now understands that our new cruise is going to be 39,000 feet. And up we go. We can open up that range again. Whoop. I can't remember. Did we go through the route or not? I can't remember. You'll show yourself out. Oh, you're going to make a supermarket joke, but it would only be a little bit funny. Oh. Yeah, show yourself out. For shame, Dan. By the way, Dan, I thought you were installing Microsoft Flight Simulator and flying with us today. What the heck happened? You're just too scared, aren't you? You got your X-plane now, and you don't want to do it. I'm at least 52 nautical miles behind. Yeah, I probably will be because I was flying at 25,000 up until it sucks, Nighthawk. So, yeah, I'm a lot slower today. I'm climbing now though, so I will be speeding up. But as I mentioned, you guys are probably going to be, if you flew up to a higher altitude, you'd probably be there long before I will. I think it was probably an optimized altitude for fuel burn. That's what I suspect it was. So we weren't fighting winds. No, you said you get... I would get you the... You would get me the 777. Is that what you're saying? I'm not going to say no. I would love to fly 777. I think that would be such a great addition to our fleet. It really, really would. And I know the cockpit relatively well. Although there are differences, the 777 is largely based on the 757 and 767 common cockpit. And I still have my Level D Simulations Operations Guide. This was written for the 76, which has absolutely everything you could possibly want to know about flying the 767. 777's a little bit different, but it was designed a bit more automation in it. I think that from what I have seen, but it's largely operates in the same kind of cockpit flow and things like that, which is a down, up, down kind of sequence. It's really cool. So yeah, really looking forward to that. I think it'd be a great addition for Positive Read as well. I would love it for someone just to buy me an airplane. That would be amazing. Just joking, Dan. It's okay. Drink your coffee. Oh, you would download. All right, clarification. You would download Microsoft Flight Simulator again if I get the 777. Ah, right. So I gotta spend money just to get your lazy butt to install a bit of software that you already got. Got you. You know what I say to that? This is how I feel, Dave.
A wise guy, eh?
Take a quick look outside. Yep, nothing but water. Welcome to the North Sea.
Naughty, naughty.
What are you gonna do? I am. There's a good chance I might get it another way, so I'm exploring opportunities. But PMDG is a hard nut to crack, unless you are a super famous out of this world content creator, like Gavin or Shane or Emmanuel. Oh, Emmanuel's on the beta team anyway. And we can see a top descent marker is starting to appear as well, just about 60 miles off actually. So, or no, is that our top of climb? I can't remember. Oh no, that is. Oh, it's maybe top of climb, I'm not sure. Can't be. I think that's the top of descent marker. No, it's not. Right, so that's when we're going to hit 39,000. Top of descent, I can see there. That's about 180 nautical miles off. You still got 152 till top of descent, right? Oh, wait. So you're not as far ahead of me as I thought you were then. But I am super duper famous. In some circles. I'm more known for the radio show than on YouTube. I'll say that much. I know that. I mean, I do have the unique privilege of the fact that pretty much any content creator that anybody knows about knows who I am. So, because I've interviewed every single one of them. But yeah, I do miss the days on Sky Blue Radio for that. It was good that way. But you know, as a personal choice, I'd much rather be here with you guys streaming than flying airplanes. As much as I love being a DJ or a radio presenter, I find this a lot more rewarding, if not quite as popularity driven. But there you go. Excuse me. Right. So yeah, we're zeroing in on that new cruise level, and that is picked up our speed rather dramatically. So the rest of the trip should accelerate now. And an awesome tailwind, actually. Well, not an awesome one, but a tailwind all the same, which I'll take. 13 knots. Giving us a ground speed today of 470 knots, which is not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Nice to get a wee boost. Haggis and Puffin Show. Season 3. Possibly. The door has been left open for a season 3, yes. Yes, it has. If it happens, and it is an if. If it happens, it won't be till Christmas, like coming up Christmas time. So it'll be mid-November, leading up to Christmas. But watch this space. We shall see. Haggis and Putin. Oh, Putin. Sorry, I thought I said Puffin. I wasn't reading it properly. Putin. Haggis and Putin. Yes, it is the food delicacy, not the dictator. Thank you. Missed the E on the end of that one. Yeah. Well, even then, it would still be horribly misspelled. So. I'm sure it was deliberate. Is there anything else to do right now? Oh, I'll tell you what we can do. You can put our descent information in. Right, so we want... Excuse me. Ooh, overcast. Ooh, we got bad visibility, guys. Luckily, we're on ILS today, so that'll be interesting. But 300 feet overcast. Wow. Uh-oh. That should be good. 1004. on the Q&H. Whoop. No, don't need a checklist. What I would like is approach performance. Might actually try that today. Landing performance. Populate weather. So, sorry, I'll show you what I'm looking at, guys. So I'm just using the landing performance calculator here. I'm presuming it's guessing what the weight's going to be. It's taking that into account based on the flight plan. Full flaps, it's going for auto brakes, reverse, yes, we're doing that. Auto low, to be fair, 8,000 feet on the runway to play with. And our VREF add 5 to, what is Viva? VAP is 138. 138. So QNH is 1004. Temperature 17 degrees, 25008. 25008. I said 17 degrees now, yeah? VAP is 138, so let's see. It is a little bit different than what it's saying in here, so we'll update that. Which is a little bit faster than what the FMC was picking up. Bad pun. And you can see we're just about to hit our new cruise altitude, which is perfect. So approach platform altitude 25,000 feet. Picking up the ILNS. Course 169, that'll already be dialed into the RAV9, courtesy of the automation. Decision altitude 309 feet barrel. So and full flap configuration as well. That's all done and dusted. I filled a bit of time for about 5-10 minutes. We are now 120 miles from top to summit. Pretty much it's pretty direct coming in too. I can show you that too. I can't remember if I went through this. I don't think so, because I think I got stuck. I was talking about the step altitude. It sucks. So after that, we're here now. We're moving nicely along. We're going to be flying over Denmark. Whoop. Stop it. And it's just a nice kind of gentle series of right turns to line up for runway 17 into Malmo. And just to see how close these are. So Malmo's there. Copenhagen Airport's just literally right there. And they're quite close together. And what is not depicted on this map is there's actually a bridge. A train, possibly a car bridge as well, but definitely a train bridge that interconnects Sweden and Denmark. We just landed in Heraclion. Pretty big island in Greece. Okay. I wonder if I'm pronouncing it correctly. We're off to Zante in July with the family. So I might do that actually as a long-haul flight sometime in the future. Might actually do that before we go. If you guys would be up for that, let me know. Because I'll probably do the full flight. It'll be Newcastle to Zante. So if you guys would be interested in tagging along, I don't want to fly it alone, but if you guys are interested in tagging along for something like that, let me know. Right, back to the plane. Excuse me. Zakynthos, yeah, that's correct, Santi. Yeah, Zakynthos. It is indeed, sir. So we're going to be staying around about in the Kalamaki area, which is it's spitting distance to the airport, actually. I think it's only about maybe a mile away from the airport or something like that, a couple miles. So we got a nice little 3-bedroom apartment for the family with a pool. But really, for me, I'm really looking forward to the food. I love the food in Greece. It's just amazing. Oh, by the way, guys, can you do me a favor? Can you let me know if you see in this corner of the screen, you see Orbix, the Orbix and Just Flight logo coming up? Because I've got it on a timer now, and I don't actually know if it's working. I think it is. But if someone sees that logo coming up, can you just say in the chat, well, I just saw the logo, just so I know that it's working. That'd be great. And for the mention, a huge thank you to Just Flight, PMS50, and Orbix for being great supporters of Positive Rate. They are popping up, Dan. Brilliant. Good. Glad to hear it. I think it was, Dan, was it your suggestion as well that we do it that way? But it's, so big thanks to Dan. He's a massive help and a great team member of Positive Rate. So we're so lucky to have him. And of course, his official role now is news correspondent. Far more interesting than moderator, I think. Nighthawk says you haven't noticed them they're not there now. No, they come up every 10 minutes. Rather than have it sit statically, we decided to just have them appear every so often. They're at the front, at the start and the end of the stream anyway. So, there's plenty of mentions of Positive Rate supporters throughout the stream, regardless. Oh, we can see a P28 or P28, yeah, P28. And Dark Fury and Nighthawk seem to have merged into one singular airplane now. Dark's at 35,000 feet. Did you get 35,000 feet as your assigned altitude, Dark? Interesting. Well, we're rocking and rolling now. We are going to bring down that range a bit. 80 miles now to top of descent. And I think our predicted landing time is 12:01 Zulu. 12:01 Zulu. So that is about 31 minutes. 31 minutes if you're lucky. Assuming real time for me is 12:29, 11:29. Yeah. So thought I had set on real time. So 30 minutes to landing, guys. And big thank you to Dark Fury and Nighthawk for flying along with me today. It's always great to have company. I'll tell you what, while we're sitting here jabbering away, I would like to know from everyone watching the stream, what was the most interesting thing or most exciting thing that you have seen announced so far for Flight Simulator Expo 2024. Let me know in the chat. I'd love to talk about it. So while you guys are doing that, let me know what is the most amazing thing or the thing you're most excited about that has been announced or discussed at Flight Sim Expo 2024. And top percent is in 11:39. 9 minutes, okay, 8 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. I'm just going to run to the little captain's room. Definitely happy with the Boeing stuff. Excellent. Yeah, we'll talk about that when I get right back. I'll be right back with you guys. Just 2 secs. Right, back with you guys. Okay. Top of descent. Top of descent. Top of descent. About 18 miles, maybe 17. Right, let's see what the answers were. So, Dark saying more Boeing aircraft and panels coming. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, there just seems to be a lot of investment in the industry, in the flight sim industry for cockpit builders now. I long had aspirations to build my own cockpit, but I kind of gave up a long time ago. So as long as I've got my flight controls, I'm generally quite happy. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice. I think if anything, I'd love to have a... See, the problem is I don't like locking myself into one type of aircraft. I think that's where it gets a bit tricky. So I tend to buy generic types of flight controls that allow me to fly all sorts of different airplanes. Whereas, you know, if you're going to buy Airbus stuff, that's it. It's Airbus, man. That's what you're flying. But I would, I'd love to get some sort of generic, something that made it easier to fly the autopilot. I think that would be good. But the ones that I've seen are like, I think what was it? Go Flight, I think, used to be a big one at one point, but I just didn't like the look of them. Don't know. Well, I don't know. I might get a module one day, just something that can fit nicely on my desk. Nighthawk says, sorry. And Dan says he's definitely happy with the Boeing stuff as well. Yeah. Shame no more info on the Delta displays. All right, those are off my radar. What are they about? What are the Delta displays? Nighthawk says if you really want to geek out, CAV Simulations LED traffic boards look interesting. All right, I'll have to look that up. Okay. Whoa, what happened to the top of the descent? Why did that marker move? That's a bit weird. Oh, did the winds change? Oh no, it's come back again. That was odd. 23 miles. What we'll do is we'll get that set up. So we want to go down our platform altitude at 25,000 feet. The airplane will fly the restrictions as we go down through them. And again, you know, if we pick up the ILS ahead of time, I'll probably just get on the glide scope straight away rather than fly the steps to the entry point. Your winds flip from a tailwind to a headwind. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be what's happening there. That's maybe the... It's had to have a think about what was happening. Oh, I see. Unfortunately, there's not much in the way of clickable photos on there. Don't know if that'll do it justice, but... Yeah, okay. That's pretty good, yeah. So again, you know, more for the home cockpit builders. Ooh, they're not cheap. $349, $249. Interesting. I think for the narrow one that might be useful, but I don't know. I think you could do it cheaper than that without having to buy a purpose-built display. Seems a bit on the pricey side for me. I mean, it looks the part. Don't get me wrong, and I guess if a part of the advantage is it's got a stand and whatnot. But I think if I'm going to go down that route, I'd probably try and build something myself and use, I don't know, tablets or small monitors or something like that. But I don't know. Some people might feel differently. Excuse me. Okay, we are zero in on that top of descent, just about 6 miles now. See both Nighthawk and Dark Fury descending. Did I remember the flap rings? No, but I'll put some in just to make you happy. How's that? Okay, start descent. We're slightly above profile now, so we'll get the airplane dropping. Should be able to catch up though. Open up that range again. Yeah, we're 1,000 feet above profile there, so see if that can catch up.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
Okay, so we are starting to descend now. We are slightly above profile, so I'm going to help the airplane out a bit. Bring in some spoilers, which is going to allow the airplane to accelerate its descent. And we can see that that's starting to zero in on the profile nicely. Once we get that green dot up, we'll retract the spoilers again and allow the airplane to fly itself on profile under normal operations. Well, non-spoiler operations anyway. And it's a good way to just keep things on track if you're running ahead of your profile. Just a little bit of spoiler work does the trick. There we go. That'll do. That's fine. Tuck that away. And now that we're just below the profile, the airplane's arresting its descent a little bit. And I can see Dark passing through 20,000. Nighthawk doesn't. He seems to be about the same altitude actually as well. That's looking good. Okay, so we have a few restrictions.
Level off. Level off. Clear of conflict.
Oh. Okay, was that TCAS alert?
Level off.
Alright, go to RA only. Why you gotta do me like this? Come on. Was there someone pacing me? Who's that? Oh, just some random F-18. Some random F-18 is right ahead of me. Let's see if I can get a video of it. I guess the Swedes aren't happy I'm coming. Am I squawking 7,500? Oh, there he is. Yeah, just some random guy, I think. GDO1. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, there's a first for everything. That's the first time I've actually been intercepted by just some random flight simmer. It's pretty cool. Of course, it has screwed up my descent. My descent's completely stopped. Oh dear. Okay, let's see if we can fix it with air brakes. We're 3,000 feet above profile, so as fun as that was, now there's a few display types. The one I was looking at was the one that, like, oh, it's like, okay, so they're actually making displays that look like the actual airplane. Fair enough. Well, then that's probably worth the money. I didn't realize that. I thought they were just generic. One advantage of keep flying both aircraft, it's easy to fly both, yeah. Gregory, there he is. Hello, I'm the F-18. Oh, hi, Gregory. How are you doing? You gave me a start. I was like, what the heck is going on? You have a guest aboard, and you need escort until the plane. Oh, right. I've got a VIP I didn't know about. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, sir. I just wish you'd give me some warning because you set off my TCAS. So I'm now trying to correct the approach. We are closing in, actually. I've got the air brakes opened up. But no, it was a nice surprise, Gregory. Thanks for the intercept and the escort. And I can see him. He's right there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's been a while since we had a proper formation. Surprised we're not getting a bit of jet wash. It's not easy to do that as well, guys. So a huge big clap to Gregory for being able to get in the formation so nicely. And he's doing a bit of Dutch roll for us as well. It's very cool. VIP Sunak. Oh, TCAS is the word again. I know. Oh, that's funny. Rock the wings back. All right, do we have to do that? Oh my god. He's doing some good formation flying. That's amazing. Well done. We've got a very competent F-18 pilot with us today, guys. Gregory, it's lovely to have you along. Please do subscribe. And check out our Discord if one of the mods could be so kind to put the link in the chat for me. And drop in and say hello on our Discord server. Become part of the Positive Rate family. We could use more pilots like you. Absolutely. Very good. Amazing. Well, that definitely spiced up the stream a bit, didn't it? Oh, dear. Okay, so we are configured for... just do a double check everything. Has the weather changed? That's the question. Yes, it has. 1005-210, so we need to make those corrections into our performance information. 1005. Hopefully it's not changed dramatically enough to affect our formatter. How many zeros? It is now 16 degrees. And the winds are now 220 at 11. I don't think... Actually, if anything, the winds are probably better for us now. But the catch is... Oh, 11. Sorry, not 17. The winds are slightly stronger. But I think they're actually better. They're more head-on than they were before, so that's okay. And it looks like the fog's lifting a bit, guys, too. So we still got scattered at 200 feet, but it's still we got a yellow overcast of 400. So it could be very low visibility. This might be an autoland, my first autoland of Positive Rate, actually. We'll find out. And don't forget, guys, hit the like if you haven't. It really helps us out. Lets YouTube know that people are actually enjoying the flight. And it does look quite thick as soup down there, that's for sure. Minus 17 outside. Okay. Nicely on profile once again. After our friendly intercept by Gregor, who's seeing us safely into Malmo. Gregory. Did I say Gregor? Gregory. He's doing a fantastic job there. I think any Air Force would be lucky to have you, Gregory. There's a big storm just east of the airport. Ah, right. Is there? Let's see if I can see it on Volanta then. Oh, yeah, so there is. Look at that. Actually, the big storm is right over top of where we're landing. Whoa. This is going to be an interesting one, guys. This is going to be very interesting. Volanta looks really cool now, doesn't it? I love that. With the weather overlays, that's really cool. That's quite pretty. I like it. So Gregory, just in case we are flying into Malmo, I'm going to be making a turn shortly. Heading... off. It'll tell me the heading, actually. Heading 120 roughly. Maybe 115. Yeah, making that turn now. Oh, he's pacing me. Look at that. Fantastic. Now that's how you do formation flying, guys. That is pretty awesome. Greg, if you're still watching, are you using like a virtual reality goggles or anything like that, or is this just off of screen? Well, you're doing a fantastic job. Right. Well, the storm's going to make life very interesting anyway. We need some suspense music on. I should get some scary music when we got weather. So we'll do some Top Gun music for in honor of Gregory and his formation flying. Pea soup, anyone? Yeah, absolutely. There's a tornado up there as well. Wow. That's what he's doing. Gregory's protected me from the tornado. Or no, the F-35. That's what it is. Oh, well, I can't argue with that. Constraints. We do have a few constraints. It's mostly above 5,000 above. We're actually coming up to our first one, aren't we? 87,000. Okay, so we are below 10,000, folks. I'm not paying attention here. Get the seatbelts on. We're coming in. Thinking about any ice, we'll see what happens. Don't think we're going to need it though. Temperature's definitely warming up a bit. Security team on the ground and ready. Roger. Is there a special stand that we have to go to, or do we need to go to a... I'll have to get the airport map out though. Let's see. So there's the regular apron. I think we're probably going to have to come over to this building here. That's what I think. So we'll park here. That's probably a good place for the security team to get us. I'll do. All right. I just wish, Gregory, someone would tell me when I got a VIP on the airplane. Nobody said a word. It's very a bit frustrating. We can plan for these things. Speed's a bit high, isn't it? Oh, it's not managed speed. TCAS does all sorts of wonderful things, doesn't it?
Naughty.
Fantastic job. Look at that. Excellent. Well done. Dark's on the way in by the looks of it. Nighthawk, are you on the ground? Oh no, it looks like Nighthawk's just ahead of him. And we're getting ready to go in the soup. Don't think we need any anti-ice. I think we're alright. Yeah. So we'll leave that off. We'll put the runway turn-off lights on, and we'll arm the landing system just to see if we're picking up anything from the... And we are picking up the ILS now, actually. So... I'm going to arm the localizer. Because our last turn is going to take us directly onto the ILS path. So I might as well just arm that localizer now. And of course, yeah, that needs to be 1005. And what's our restrictions? 235. Okay, I think we're back in managed speed anyway, so I think we'll take the spoilers off, but we'll keep those armed. I think we're okay for the moment. And into the soup we go. Oh! Dan coming in with a £5 sub. Dan, thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. That will go towards our ongoing costs. We like to have good music on the stream, and unfortunately that costs money, guys. Well, Dan, that is a huge help. Thank you very much. And I will do something for you when we get on the ground. But I'm going to hold off for the moment because I'm kind of getting myself ready for final phase. Okay. Still saying 251. Okay, I think we're going to arm the approach phase. We'll wait till we get to Vervi, or Norby. So I'll do that and just so I'm ready to go. Did I see the message? Cover 1/8 cost of the fighter jet escort. Courtesy at a Ryanair. Seat soiling, cleaning charges will fall. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, localizer is intercepted. Aircraft is turning. I will now arm the approach phase. And we're going to bring out some brakes. Runway visible at 500 feet. Okay, that's good. Arm approach. Probably dropped the flaps a little bit early there, but that's alright. Very windy. Okay, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna take the music down just a little bit so I can focus a bit better. Bring up the sim noises. Bring that PFD's really bright now. Alright guys, it's game time. Dropping off us. Right.
Hey, make him lose his focus! Oh no! Sorry! Shut up!
Okay. I'm gonna try and catch that. Not happy with this, guys. Flaps up. Going around. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm going to climb to 3,000. Heading. Not happy with this little throw. Should be on. Manual speed. We're just running way too hot here. 250. Let's get a control of this airplane. So we'll keep it at 220, I think. That's what we're good for. Yeah, I think just a few things happened at once there, and that's on me, nobody else. Is your plane still climbing? Get up there. Okay. Right, guys. So we are going to do reciprocal heading here, so let's... I think this is where the rings might have come in handy, actually, Dan, now I think about it. 16...
Purple.
I don't even remember having that one. 349. Okay, so we're going to fly a heading of 349. Now, in terms of the ILS and all that information, that's still in there, so that's fine. Approach information is there. Like, my biggest mistake is I was coming in far too fast. I usually try to get down the speed much earlier than that. So just for situational awareness, I'm just going to go to nav mode here just to give us a nice 360 degree view so we can see where that is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to we've got our ring now, so we're going to give it about 10 miles to the edge of Malmo, and then we'll turn around and intercept that ILS one more time. Stu, hi, positive rate bot. Hey Stu, how are you? North Europe, Stu, North Europe. Yeah, I missed the approach, yeah. I'm going to try it again. We're going to try again. But I still got my flight escort, that's awesome. Golf Delta 01, setting course for 10-mile approach back into Malmo, runway 17. Apologies. Not configured for landing. Thank you for your escort, sir. Okay. Now, because you have the landing system on, this is quite useful because we can actually see when we get below the glide scope, and that'll give us a good idea of where we need to turn. So I'm going to give us a little bit of angle out, though. Let's go... let's go 10 degrees. What that'll do is that'll give us a bit more separation laterally from Malmo, so that when we come back in, we can come in more of an angle onto the intercept to the ILS. Okay, we're just about to pass the airport. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Not much to see out there, unfortunately. I think it's behind us. Yeah. There's a heavy crosswind from the right. Okay. 230, 12 knots. Okay, so let's change from 2 to... It's changing a lot.
2,500.
Crazy. So it seems to be kind of shifting a little bit. And getting stronger. Okay, we can see the glide scope beam there. We're nice and slow this time, so we're going to stay that way. I think what I might actually do is slow the airplane down to 180. So we don't want to miss again. And we were far too fast. And I think when you're too quick and you're trying to get the airplane slowed down, you're trying to get your flaps deployed, everything like that. Sometimes it can all get on top of you, and you're blowing the scope at that point, and that's exactly what happened to me. And I had to make a decision at that point. It's not working. It's not coming together. Fly the plane and make another attempt. Bring up the first stage of flaps, and this will let us get nice and slow as well for our approach back into Malmo. Okay, you can see that we're now even with beam on the glide scope, so we'll let that float up just a little bit more because we need enough room to turn around. We'll be late for the meeting. Please send my apologies ahead to the board, Gregory, or whoever he's meeting with. We think it's Rishi Sunak. We're not entirely sure. Bring out second stage of flaps as well, just so we have lots of drag now. We're armed on the spoiler, but we don't need the speed brakes. Pretty happy with that. So we're going to arm... It's 169 is the course. We don't want to come quite that far. So I think we'll probably come about like that. Arm the localizer again. 12 nautical miles out. Keeping an eye on that glide scope again. Okay. Let's ding the cabin, we're ready to go. Turbulence of 500. Okay, thank you. They're going back to Heathrow, about to depart. Okay, Jamie. How come you never fly with us, Jamie? You're always somewhere else in the world. You're supposed to fly with us. Alright, gonna arm approach mode here. Oh, that's not approach mode. That's approach mode. I never armed approach mode. That's what I did wrong. You goofy noodle. I don't think approach mode was even on. Oh, what a day. How many mistakes is that, Dan? Am I up to 10 yet? Got to explore the world? Yeah. Oh, there goes Gregory. Leading the way to the airport. So hopefully intercept this thing soon. Assuming I'm even where I think I am. That's the question. Okay. Alright. Dan, you know what? You've made a good point today, and I'm going to pay attention to it from going forward. Oh, we're turning. Okay, we are where I think I am. We are where I think I am. There's a Chinook in the area.
2,500.
It's not the flap rings, Dan. It's the runway beam. It's the runway beam. That's the key thing missing here at the moment. And that would have been... to be fair, I was right. I just started to panic in a minute because I felt like I was... I was starting to second guess whether I was actually where I thought I was. Alright, couldn't drop the gear. Get some more drag here.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Alright. Going for flaps full. Oh, you're the Chinook, are you? Okay, I don't have the Chinook, so I don't know. It probably just look like a normal airplane, unfortunately. But and we're at VAP, guys! Yay! We're in the pipe. Oh dear, oh dear! What a day! Everything's armed, looking good there. Okay guys, let's go. All we gotta do is now stick the landing. Is it good, is it? Yeah, a lot of people seem to really like it. I'm just really horrible at helicopters, that's my problem. And I learned the hard way by trying to fly one on stream. It did not go well. Okay, I think we got runway in sight actually. I can see Gregory up ahead of me.
1,000.
Yeah, I can definitely see the crosswind creeping in there. Just keep it on auto for the moment. We do need low brakes, so I'll just set that. Okay, my controls.
Hundred above.
Continue.
Minimum 50. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Pressure's on. We're good. We got our escort in front of us, so yeah, Gregory, if you saw where I suggested that we could go, I'm gonna head there, and we just got to follow this F-18. There's all sorts of interesting aircraft down here, actually. Greaser? Wasn't bad. Very acceptable landing. I'll go with that. It was a totally acceptable landing. Dark says nice, so does Dan. Thank you very much for your kind words, gentlemen. Trick flops. Okay. Get the APU going. Oh, lights can come off. Stroke can come off. And we can bring that nose to taxi. Oh, there's a plane taking off. Cool. Start APU. Master Pump Perps. Master Perps. Then we got Nissan Samuel. I love some of the names you got. Swiss cheese over there. Hilarious. That's pretty cool, eh? Yeah, this is a nice little bit of scenery, guys. I'll take you on a quick tour as well. Just gotta meet up with our escort on the edge of the apron. So Gregory is in the F-18. He's going to lead me to a secure place on the apron so that our VIP can be escorted off. And unfortunately, the rest of our passengers are just going to have to wait for the bus because we won't be going to a gate. So probably one of the ramps, so just maybe ramp 20 or something like that. Okay, Gregory is indicating ramp. Just wait from here. So I think what he's going to do, he's telling us to go ramp. Is that 18? And then he'll probably just roll off to the side. At least I hope he will. Yeah, he will. Well, that's the first time I've ever had taxi guidance. It's very cool. Okay, just let him slide over a bit. Don't want him to clip my wings. Okay, there we go. Parked up. Get the bleed air going on. That can come off, and we can turn the engines off. Powering down. Perfect. There's Nighthawk. Can see Nighthawk. Stu. Oh, there's Stu sitting there. Yeah, you're looking like someone, not a helicopter anyway, Stu. Dark Fury I can see behind me as well. While sitting at the gate. That was a fun flight. I really enjoyed that, guys. Thank you so much for that. I'm just gonna kill the music for now, I think. So we can. We need some sort of bus or something like that. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll go for a quick tour of the airport. So this is Malmo. This is available from Orbix. Please do go visit Orbix for us. And this is really cool. It's just it's another kind of interesting airport, I would say. Let's try to sim those down a wee bit. A van will pick you up shortly now to take you over to Michael O'Leary's dungeon for some good spanking. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's an interesting airport. It's quite a quirky design. It's got a lot of interesting angles and things like that. And it's yellow, which is not something you see very often. I love the control tower on this. Oh, thank you. No, thank you, Gregory. That was really good fun. Really good fun. Very interesting control tower. It looks very old, I must say. And obviously lots of room here for cargo. I'd imagine there's quite a bit of cargo business running through Malmo. And of course we got Dart parked at the gate here. And Nighthawk in kind, parked near the end. And here's me sitting on my ramp. We're waiting for our van to pick up our VIP, and a huge thank you to our new follower, if you've, assuming he subbed anyway. Gregory, he gave us a fantastic escort into Malmo. We had a bit of a go-around today too, so this was not by the book at all today, guys, but we got down safe and ended up with a reasonably good landing. So hope you all enjoyed that. Lots of news today. Please do check the channel for our next broadcast. I think it's already up though, so I'm going to be flying the Black Square Duke turbine this time. So not the piston, but the turbine, and that's a little bit different to fly actually. Different. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to be flying that out of Innsbruck all the way to Abruzzo in Italy, which is going to be lots of fun. So if you want to join us, it's a great one to keep pace with the ATR 72 or possibly TBM 90. We can see Master Perps flying around that V35. Look at that. He's going to buzz us. Way! All done. Wonder if he knows he's on camera. Anyway, a huge thank you to everybody who joined us today. Thank you. I owe Dan, I owe you something as well, don't I? Dan, of course, has given me a £5 sub today. It's the first sub we've had for a while. That'll go towards running the flight. And this one's for you, Dan. Oh. Hang on. Why is that not working? It is not working. What's happening? Overlay events. That's weird. Why is that not working? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to have to dance for you then. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dan. I don't know why that's stopped working for some reason. That's very strange. I don't know. Yeah. Very odd. That's unusual. Very unusual. Anyway, with that, we'll see you all next week. Thanks to Dan. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Big thanks to Dark Fury as well that flew with us. And Gregory, who was doing the escort today, and anybody else that stopped along. We will see you all next time right here on Positive Rate. Take care.